Good morning. Happy Sunday, people. I
Mhm.
hope y'all are awake because I don't know if either of us are. But we're here. We
Physically, I'm here.
yeah, we're here physically. Mentally, I don't know. We might be lost in books. We might be ready for sleep again. But if you don't know what these Unstuffathon reading sprints are about, let me just tell you.
Yes.
I don't know if I linked the video, but if I have not, I will do that. But Becky here on the screen has so kindly asked me to be a part of this 24-hour readathon where you're essentially trying to unstuff your Kindle. So, all those days where we stuff our Kindle full of books, like yesterday, I heard some people have upwards of 1,000 to more books. I was like, that's a lot. I
That is.
thought 400 was a lot. And then Becky's over here like, I got like 150. So, yeah, we're essentially just trying to unstuff our Kindles. I am gonna try my best for these next couple of hours to actually just read and not do work that I need to do. But um, I'm gonna start the Ever King. I actually do have this on Kindle. I think I picked it up during a sale.
Yeah, I got it for free, so you might have got it for free too.
Yeah, and then I somehow also acquired the physical book, so I was like, okay, that might
Mhm.
help me stay alive. Becky, what are you've been reading a lot.
I have, yeah. I've been trying to read the shorter books on my Kindle.
Hmm.
So I've read 3. I'm currently on my 4th one. I'm
Nice.
20% through it, so hopefully I'll get it done by noon.
Did you finish that book you procrastinated?
For a year? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Finally finished it, yeah. And I actually ended up like I gave it 3.5 stars, but the ending I thought I was gonna DNF the series because I wasn't really into book 2, but the damn ending caught me and I was like, God
What was the
damn. Yeah.
title of that one?
It's called East by Lizzie
Okay,
Ford.
I thought
It's
that was the one.
it's like a time travel romance,
Hmm.
but she ends up with a different guy in each book because she travels back in time to
Ooh,
different periods, and so she
that's
sort of leaves
intriguing.
behind who
So it's
she.
like Why Choose, but
No, it's not
no,
really why I choose because it's never they're like in different time periods, so she's only got one guy.
monogamous Why Choose.
I guess. It's like
Why choose across different
it's like she
periods?
ends up in one time and then she goes back to a later time, so the guy that she was with in the first book doesn't even exist by the time she gets to the second book. She's, falling for a new guy.
That's kind of cool.
And then at the end of the second book, she goes back further, and so I think she goes back. I don't think maybe she went to the future this time. I don't know what time period she's in now. But she had to leave the guy that she was with at the end of the book. And I was
That's
like,
actually
"What?
kind of cool.
Why can't this girl catch a break?" So now I got to read the third book.
But does she leave them on like her own volition or like
The
something
first time
happens to
she
them?
didn't. The first time she was sent back after a traumatic
Oh.
event. And then this time she did it to try and save the guy she loves life.
Mm.
So she chose to do it this time.
I thought it was like, oh, she broke up with them. She's like, I don't want to be in this time period anymore and be on this earth with them.
No, it's
So,
a very convoluted when you think about the logistics of her time traveling. It's very convoluted,
okay.
but I like the relationship dynamics and stuff
It
like that.
sounds cool.
So it was just a free book I picked up on Unstuff Your Kindle. So I didn't have the highest hopes for it. But then
Hmm.
I ended up buying book 2, and I'll probably end up buying book 3. I'm just sucked in at this point. But now
I'm
I'm
getting,
reading Beautiful Beast by Neva Altish, so
what genre is that?
that is a mafia romance.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Okay.
cozy mafia is what I call it because it's not really like
Cozy
dark
mom.
romance,
Yeah.
but it's mafia.
So
So
I technically only have to read, I'm buddy reading this book, but I only have to read 10 chapters, and that corresponds to, ooh, there's some art in this.
there's art in it.
Yeah. This is
Oh,
like 88 pages or something. Let me show you the art real quick.
I didn't know there was art in it.
I know.
I wonder if my copy has art in it because I have the special edition. Oh, nice. I have an Arcane special edition of it, and I've never thumbed through it.
I'm trying to see if there's more.
So that's cool. I need to read
Oh
the
yeah.
second book. I need to read The Ever Queen.
I don't know what this is about.
Oh, cool.
Well, I have that book too. I don't know where I got these, to be honest. You know what? Oh, okay. There's price tags on the back.
Did you
I
get it
think
on Amazon?
no, I bought these, I think at a um what is it called? Like a indie bookstore
Oh, okay.
in Charlotte, when I went to visit my friend Bree. So I think that's where I got them. I blacked out and impulse bought stuff.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Becky, what was the name of that book?
The time travel one?
I'm
It was
assuming.
called, the first book is called West by Lizzie Ford.
So the one this east.
I guess I could put it in the.
Is the next one like north or south?
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what it's called. Yeah. The next one's called, I think it's south. No, it's north because she's with the Vikings. So book 3 is north.
There's a book series that I've been reading. I don't know if I have it over here, but the first one was called The North Wind, and it's like a Beauty and the Beast retelling of some sort.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
And then The West Wind came out, and I got that.
Is that a
Someone
White
sent it.
Shoes?
Which one?
The North Wind. The one you're talking about.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I just know I really, really liked it. But yeah, The South Wind is coming out, so obviously, the next book is The East Wind. I was like,
Yeah. You got a theme. Stick with it.
West by Lizzie Ford. I'm going to say hi to people, and then we'll get into a sprint, because we have some people from all around the world awake. I was going to call you guys crazy for being awake at 6 a.m., but like most people are
Yeah.
not on this
Well,
side
that's
of the
why I
world.
tried to get somebody, like, I got Diana because she's in Bulgaria
Mm-hmm.
to host the 12 to 3 a.m. because I'm like, it'll be a decent time. But
Yeah.
I couldn't find anybody to take the 3 to 6 shift, so I had to do it.
I was like, I don't want that, but I'll do 6 to 9.
Nobody wanted it.
Speaking of hosts, by the way, everybody is linked down below, including the lovely Becky on screen. So please make sure you go and give them a follow, subscribe. There's also several people before me who have sprinted. So if you want to go back and like watch theirs, you can go watch them. And I think Tara is after me, right?
Yes, she's the last one.
Yep, she'll be closing the
Closing it out.
24 hours.
We made it though. We did it. 24 hours.
Almost. Don't say we made it yet.
Almost. I shouldn't jinx it. Tara might be like, I can't do it.
I'll be awake.
I'll be like, damn it. Now I'm gonna have to do it again.
Well, Mall popped in really early at like 5:30. I'll be e-reading A Scrap of Silk by Virginia King. Also, good morning to you. Hello,
That's
Keiko.
nice.
Hello, Shauna. And then Kristen is actually awake at like 3 in the morning. I think 3. Yeah.
That's too early for me.
And she's over here making all these bird jokes right now because we're in a readathon called, like a month-long readathon called Realmathon, and she's on
Yeah.
Team Ravens.
Oh, gotcha.
And I'm on Team Singers, so
I
good morning,
usually
Kristen.
participate in Realmathon, but this year I was like, I ain't got too much crap going on this month. I don't want to add one more thing to it.
Yeah.
So.
And we have Jess from This Kiwi here. It's 11 p.m. here, so I'm actually headed to bed, but popping in to say hi with the like button. Been watching True Blood, and the nostalgia is hitting hard. Nice. I hope you sleep very well, Jess.
Yeah, have a good night.
Shauna is eating breakfast, doing some editing before reading Love Me Do by Lindsay Kelk. I wanted to read this as Love Me Do Me. Look, it's been like a running thing lately that I have not read smut in a hot minute, and if you know me, I read smut. So I think I just need to read some smut.
Your brain is trying to fill in the blanks.
Yes. Good morning, Megan.
Morning.
Hello, Dance Storm. Reading Drummondor by Michael J. Sullivan. Got a bit less than half to go. Nice.
Nice.
Good morning, Jan. And then I guess Jan's representing Team Stags over here.
Mm,
Oh, not my Ramathon friends coming in.
hey.
Dee says thanks for the title, by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Good morning. I'm going to clean and then continue Psalm for the Wild Bill. Ooh, I actually picked that up from the library, and then I picked up
I've heard good things about that one.
the other one, a Psalm, wait, a prayer for the crown shy. They're really short. I had no idea. Like, look
Mhm,
how
they are really short.
I think they're like less than 150 pages.
Yeah.
Good morning, Pam, or I guess good evening to you because you're in the Philippines. See, I'm telling you, there's like people from all around the world
Mhm.
here.
Yeah.
Finishing up dinner, and then I'll go back to reading Sunrise on the Reaping.
I think I'll
Nice.
eventually read that.
Same. Probably like this summer. I would want to just check it out from the library. Right now, I got too much going on.
Yeah, it's not like a top priority read, but people say it's good, so I'll read it eventually.
I'm on the superior team. Caw caw. Thank you, Megan, for putting some jellyfish.
Is your team winning though?
We don't know.
Uh,
We don't really get standings. Like we get little secrets in vlogs that'll be like so
yeah,
and so has attacked so and so the least amount.
yeah. She'll tell you like so and so's in third place. And that's like great, but who's in first?
Hmm. Yeah, so we know from last week who was third or and the week before who was last, but we don't know like are those still accurate?
Yeah.
Kristen says I say we're winning though. I don't know. I think the Stingers are winning.
Manifest it. Manifest it.
Love me do me for real. People are like, it's 6 a.m. You need to read smut.
I
Good
mean,
morning, Warda. I'm here in the UK planning on reading The Fall Risk by Abby Jimenez.
I have not read an Abby Jimenez book.
You can come read with my book club next month. We're reading Say You'll Remember Me.
I feel like I should read the one that everybody loved last year because it sounded like something I'd really like.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Yeah.
her covers don't appeal to me, and so anytime I see them, I just overlook them.
Yeah. They're, I would say, on the level of Kennedy Ryan in terms of emotional, like really getting down to how people feel, which is what I really like in books,
Yeah.
versus being like, she was mad and she walked away. Like, tell me, explain to me how they were mad. They were like, it was a visceral feeling in their arms. They balled their fists up. Their face got hot. Like, I want to know that.
Yeah. Maybe one day I'll read one of her books. We'll see.
I've confused people by bringing up birds on all of lives past couple months. Well, apparently the jellyfish emoji looks like a baby fetus to some people.
There's a jellyfish emoji?
Yeah, so it doesn't look
Oh, I
like
saw it.
this is what it looks like on StreamYard, but on YouTube it's like pink
Oh.
and it does not look it looks like a jellyfish, but it's a little odd.
I guess.
Um, we do know the super close race though. Teams were even half a point away from each other last week. Yes.
Oh, wow, you're really close then.
The hold on the library is wild. Ooh, for which book, Pam?
Probably
Um,
Sunrise on the Reaping.
oh, that makes sense. Maybe I should put my hold in now then, so I can read it next summer.
I haven't even looked.
I read The
Maybe.
Fall Risk during Clue and it was okay. I'm too bitter to read romance right now.
No.
No. Were you gonna say something, Becky? Sorry.
No.
Oh, okay.
I think I
Uh,
yawned.
oh, okay. Well, I think we'll do a 45-minute sprint
Okay.
and
I'll try
have
and stay awake for it.
some coffee here. Coffee
If I don't
beats.
come back, it's because I fell asleep.
It's okay. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. So I guess we will see you guys in a 45 minutes. Happy sprinting.
All right.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. How did your sprint go? So I have woken up a little bit because I don't know if some of you saw, I was snacking on these little Reese's peanut butter eggs and, sugar wakes you up, and then I'll probably crash later. But I did make it about 33 pages into the Ever King. I don't know how many, I don't know, I'm on chapter 3. But it takes a minute to get into the swashbuckling lifestyle because it's kind of piratey, I guess, and has to do with being on the seas. And it's good though. It's just like starting up, so I'm just getting into the world and trying to understand it. But yeah, I think I saw Becky wrote a comment somewhere that she's gonna fall asleep and try to catch me at the tail end of my sprints or with Tara. So, yes, if you did not know the sprints today on my channel, I'm going for 2 more hours. And then we're going to switch over to Tara over at Tara Talks Books. And you should be like automatically redirected to her channel. So you don't even have to do anything if you want to continue sprinting even after I finish. But yes, just to kind of remind people of what Unstuffathon is. So all those times where we have been stuffing our Kindle on the Stuff Your Kindle days or any other of those like Kindle events, those things have piled up. So we're just trying to unstuff our Kindles. And let's see, I have a friend joining me. We have Monica here. Hello. You're muted.
I know, I just woke up.
Yeah. Well, good morning. What time is it?
7 a.m.
Okay, same time for me. We
So,
definitely need something to wake us up. What are you up to, or what are you going to get up to?
face so I got caffeine.
Nice. What are you reading?
I finished Nettle and Bone while I was waking up and getting dressed and stuff.
Hmm.
And now I just started Tame the Heart by Ava Hunter because I had these all on my Hoopla app and they're about to expire, so I needed to get going. Hi, Judith. How are you?
It looks like Alyssa actually has read or is that has Nettle and Bone.
Right.
So I don't know if you maybe want to entice her to read it some more.
She, yeah, the story itself is not really a romance, I feel like, but it is very well written and the
Hmm.
story is engaging. I enjoyed reading it. I gave it 4 stars because it's not really my bread and butter, but I really enjoyed my time in that.
Okay.
Does that make
Is
sense?
it fantasy?
I am not the biggest straight fantasy person,
Okay.
so
I feel like I've heard of this book, but I don't know anything about it.
it's kind of like it's in the vein of a fairy tale where
Mm.
she has to go and try and kill the prince.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
By the way, for everyone, if you did not know, he has some bingo cards on her Instagram, in the stories and YouTube posts for download. So there's like a small lame prize, as she calls it, for the person who unstuffs their Kindle the most. So I have no idea what the prize is, but if you're wanting to kind of, I don't know, something to motivate you to win something, just submit your bingo cards to Becky.
would
I
really
think she
like to
has
know.
like all the info like on her story, right?
She does. I would like to know what the lane prize is. She's like, I'm not telling you.
Yeah. It's probably actually like really good too.
It probably is.
Dee said I had to put my glasses on because the octopus emoji looked like some form of human with a pumpkin on their heads to me. They were freaking me out. So, I'm participating in this readathon called Realmathon this month that
Okay.
covers with Cassidy has created. And one of the teams is stingers, and we use the jellyfish emoji as like our team emoji, and then the other. So Kristen here is on another team called the Ravens, so that's why you keep seeing her put little ravens
Ravens.
here. Yep, and then we also have the Stags and Monarchs as the other teams. So yes, fetuses with pumpkin heads, hats, pumpkin hats emojis. Eagle Mask is reading Hearing Red. Let's see. Hello, Judith. Also, hello to Paul, just waking up as well. Mindy, good morning. Reading The Unworthy by Augustina Basterica. It's brutal. Brutal how?
I was gonna say in a good way or a bad way.
I was like, is it like love can be brutal, or is it like horror brutal? Like, what vibe are we going with? Good morning, Elena. And good morning, Lexi. Just popping by. I'm going back to bed. Bit of a headache this morning, so gonna try to sleep it off. Hope you feel better. Also, good morning. Just woke up, sat down with a donut and some yogurt. I have so many books to choose from today. Please help me decide. Oh, so these are the books that I kind of skipped comments a little bit, but as far as Kindle books that Alyssa's in the middle of, we have Hollow Heathens, Glow, Heartless Hunter, and Magic Movies and Murder. And then the physical books are Nettle and Bone and A Novel Love Story. I say Glow because Glow is probably my favorite book. One
I
of them.
read Glow.
Oh, it's
I've read a novel love story and I've read Nettle and Bone. Those both are pretty good. For a novel love story, set your expectations just a hair, simply because it's not like her other two books. It's
mm,
more it's more character centric rather than romance,
yeah.
but it's still very good.
I guess it depends on the mood you're in this morning, Alyssa. Like, do you want something light? Do you want something heavy? Do you want something like romantic? Like, what's the
Space,
vibe?
the space between my libraries. Okay. Well, I'd start with the libraries because then you because you only have so much time before you have to take them back.
Oh wait,
So what is this?
I'm not at
Yeah, I'm
those
sorry.
comments yet.
I just
um,
saw a someone post something. I was like, what is that? So I'm pulling out
it
my
worked.
Goodreads.
Got to 49% of the Night Swim by Megan Golden. Kristen, you're working at like 4 in the morning? Goodness gracious. We're just halfway through the fall risk and it's so enjoyable. I love the characters already. That's so good. Oh, and the audiobook Alyssa has is My Darling Dreadful Thing while diamond painting. Honestly, that sounds like a vibe. I would go with that book. Megan got to 20% in Glimmerglass by Jenna Black. That's like a really pretty title. Judith's also saying hi back to Monica. Ate breakfast, did some editing for tomorrow's 60 and 60 video. Are you ahead still, Shauna? Making some coffee at the moment. Thanks, Kristen. We will now be known as the pumpkin heads. When do I start? When I do start reading, I'll be reading The Space Between Worlds by Micaiah Johnson. Ooh.
That's what I looked up. I was like, oh, that sounds interesting.
Random side note, if I ever have a child, a female child, her name's gonna be Micaiah. So that's just cool. Except I think Micaiah, the way we want to spell, would have like I think one more I in it. I think. Um, Novel, Love Story, and Nettle and Bone are library books. I don't have a mood. I just want to get books read. Darling Dreadful is also from Libby. I'm very overwhelmed, to say the least. Which one are you the furthest in? Maybe I would go with that because then if you get through that one, you can like move on to something else because it's like you take one thing off your plate, you know? Still catching up financially from the week of missed income and also wasn't able to work much last week because of health issues. Gotcha. I hope you get some good self-care in, Kristen. Don't work all the time like I do. Raisins rule, stingers rule. I do love pumpkins though. I mean, I'll be a pumpkin head. That's fine. Yesterday I wore a um, ghost sweatshirt. I don't know. It had like it was like Halloween vibes. And my partner's family was over yesterday, and his brother goes, "Why are you wearing a Halloween shirt?" And I was like, "Why not?" So,
Yeah,
good morning, Beth. Starting Bourbon and Secrets on KU today.
that's a
Very
good
nice.
one.
Darling Dreadful has started listening to Friday at work. So that is what I'm furthest in. Do that. Because then you can also diamond paint. I see that. I'm very much a basic white chick when it comes to pumpkins. Me too. My partner calls me all the time a basic white girl, and I'm like, technically, I'm only half basic white girl because I'm also half Asian. So I don't know. It's gonna start being in the high 90s this week. I wish it was fall again. That's not fun.
Oh gosh, no.
That's too hot.
It is.
Also, lots of diamond paintings to get through. What are you working on currently? So that works out. I think, oh, let me show you all what I'm working on. It's only half uncovered, well, a third, but you can probably tell what it is. Does it look like it makes sense?
So am I.
Yeah, it's like a rainbow eye. So,
It's really pretty.
yeah, my friend Bree got it for me for Christmas. So she's like, you have to show it to me when it's all done. I'll probably be done with it in like 3 weeks when she comes to visit me again. I have that one too. Oh, it's nice and small, unlike the last one that I worked on was like ginormous.
So what do you do with them when they're done?
So Bree actually got me like a portfolio thing to put them in, so you can like kind of flip through them. The big one, I don't know what to do with yet. I could hang it up. I just don't know where I would hang it. Some people give them away as like presents and stuff. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. Thanks, Judith. Haven't started that one yet. The Unworthy is brutal in a good way. It's from the same author of Tender as the Flesh, set in a dystopian cult. This sounds really interesting. I'm gonna have to check it out. Have you heard of this one, Monica?
I've heard of it. I haven't read it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna
I still have to finish
go ahead.
the um sun Sunrise on the Reaping,
Mm-hmm.
and I might switch from the audiobook to the physical because I got the physical, but I have to wait for my dad to finish it because he loves the Hunger Games. So I gave it to him because I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna listen to the audiobook, but the narrator is terrible. Can't.
Oh, who narrates it? Do you know?
Um, it is.
Jefferson White? I don't know who that is. He was in Yellowstone.
Jefferson White. Yeah, he and I feel bad because there's like 9 people waiting for this. But he's a little chipper for it, if that makes any sense.
Mm,
Like he's like the inflections in his voice is a little upbeat and I was like, it's about kids killing kids.
yeah. Well, is it so I don't know anything about the book other than it's Haymitch's story, but is it like Haymitch from a time when he was happier?
Yeah,
You
well, it
know?
started it at that. It's the reaping's on his birthday, and it's his 16th birthday, and it's day of the reaping. That's where it
Mm,
opens up, and then they have to and it's the quarter quell. So he is has a girlfriend he's in love, and you know that's going to turn out bad.
mm,
And so he's trying to get to he's trying to get through.
Yeah.
We know he survives, obviously, but we don't know anything else. And we also know that he was emotionally traumatized
I
in
mean,
there.
they all are. Yeah.
Yeah, and like, so that's why I'm kind of like, why are you a little chipper when we know this is a dark?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's too hot, Kristen. 120. Then Eve
No,
says he's in here. It's like in the middle here. We're like in the 60s right now. Good
yeah,
morning, Kendra. Working on a neon hippie sun. Ooh, okay. I'll post a picture in Discord. Exciting. I've never read The Hunger Games, only watched the movies. It's on my TBR. You gotta read them, Alyssa. They're really easy to like get through. Like
they are.
quick, say easy, because they definitely are like I would say they're on the verge of like dystopian horror because
They
it's
are.
kids killing kids, but it's not listed as horror. So,
I'm gonna mute myself for a couple minutes.
okay. I have a psych eval on Tuesday morning to help figure out health stuff and to start the process of self-care. I'm so happy for you, Kristen. The sort of K-cups you got me, there's a pumpkin caramel spice one. Is that the vibe today, Kristen? All right, I'm gonna put us into our next sprint. I'm gonna get us to the top of the hour. And then I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but the sprint after, we won't have a chatty bit. Like we'll have a chatty bit the next time, and then the next sprint we'll do the sprint all the way to the top of the hour, and then we'll just go into Tara's because she's just gonna start talking over there. So I figure it's just like it makes sense.
Do you know how Beck's sprint went?
Mm-mm.
I'm curious.
I'd have to go back and like watch because I was I was sleeping, but she was here like the first 30-ish minutes or so. Yeah, she's tired.
Oh, oh, I'm sure. She's been a trooper on this one. All right,
Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll see you at the top of the hour, everyone. Happy sprinting.
sprinting.
Hello, hello. Welcome back, everyone, from the sprint. How did it go for you all? I got up to page 40, so I think I only read like 10 pages or something that sprint. But my partner woke up, so I like went to say hello to him. How'd you do, Monica?
I actually put down Tame the now started reading, and I'm about 20% in, and he's still a little chipper for me there, but I still really like the story. But I stopped for a little bit because I have to edit a video,
Hmm,
and it's all quiet because everybody else, with the exception of my dad, who's walking the dogs. So it's no dogs, no cats, no kids.
that's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, my partner said he's gonna go. He every so often he goes to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like cards. So he's gonna go do that today and he'll be gone for like 4 or 5 hours. Plus he's gonna go get a haircut too. So I'm like, oh, I get the house to myself, but I'm pretty much just gonna be working. So
yeah, I hate that. I have to study for a test, so.
it's your test in.
So I'm a teacher. I work in special education, and I'm
Hmm.
always working because during the school year it is rough, right?
Yeah.
But we use this content because I teach autistic kids gener gen ed material.
Hmm.
I teach social studies and English primarily. And I just can't handle their online school that they're supposed to do because they have the information completely wrong 90% of the time. I've come up with this game, can we spot the errors? So it's teaching them editing, but I've just had enough of it. So I'm studying uh, to get specialized in social studies, and then I'm going to do the same thing for English. So I just don't have
Oh,
to deal with it anymore.
nice.
It's mainly selfish that I'm doing it to my kids because I just can't handle it anymore.
I mean, that's totally fine. Like, I think I was talking earlier that it is kind of selfish in a way for me to want to quit my job because my I have two jobs. I have two full-time jobs doing the same thing, but the
Mhm.
one that I'm trying to quit is, I mean, other than the fact that we're just not vibing, I'm taking care of my mental health by quitting, like, and it's
Yeah,
not selfish to want to have something better for yourself, whether it's like enhancing something that you do or just making your life easier or better. So, yeah.
it does. Even though I'm still taking time away where I really should be focusing on things, ultimately it will be a lot better for me
Hmm.
and by extension my family because I won't sit there and be coming home all grumpy.
Yeah. Same. I will be less I will, one, have more time to spend with my partner, and then two, less miserable because I'm pretty sure he can tell. Like he came in last night while I was working. I was up till 11 p.m. working. Like I literally worked from noon, I think, yesterday till 11 p.m. um for one job, and I was like, I can't even do the stuff for the other job that I need to do because I've been doing stuff for this other job that, like, I'm I bill for 6 hours worth of time, but I'm literally working like 30 hours worth of time. So I'm like,
So
where it's not mathing.
so I get paid for 40 hours. But
Hmm.
if I just did things for 40 hours, the IEPs would not be written, the data would not be put into their system that we're supposed to do. The planning would never get done. The um, all the little things that you're supposed to do would never get done. Like 40 hours, so I get one planning period for
Mm,
a uh for each day. And that's supposed to be my time to do the planning and to do the IEPs or anything else, but I'm getting called out a lot
mm, mm.
to cover other people because have a teacher shortage.
Yeah.
So in order for me to actually get my job done, I have to work about 80 hours a week.
That's crazy. Yeah, and people like I feel like some people don't realize that being a teacher, and I'm a psychologist, so being a psychologist, but I don't do therapy. I do psych evals, so you probably are
Yeah.
on the receiving end of the stuff that I give. Not from me personally, but I do have to write a lot of psych eval reports that are detailing like what
They
accommodate.
can and cannot do, and the
Yeah,
accommodations needed, and all
yeah.
the fun stuff. Yep.
And people don't realize like that stuff takes time. So like I'm not dilly-dallying for 3 weeks. I'm literally testing somebody every day and I'm writing reports like I don't know what people think I do, but sometimes they're just like, "Is it done after a week?" I'm like, "Well, you're the only person I'm working with, you know?"
Mm.
Like my waiting is 9 months long. I don't know. You think I can work faster? No, I can't.
You can only do what you can do, and unfortunately, there's a backlog in the system, and not to get it annoying, but I'm very upset with the whole thing with the Department of Education.
Oh yeah, me too.
Because, well, so general education in the states, sure, all right, whatever. But special education and gifted and talented should always be at the federal level
Mhm.
because it should be. Take a look at like Massachusetts, Minnesota, New York. They have excellent um, special education programs
Mhm.
in the bigger states, like Washington State near the University of Washington in Seattle have an excellent special education programs. But when you're down south or in the Midwest, it's impossible to get what you need.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, and
It's
I have two autistic kids, so I know it on both ends.
yeah. So it's definitely, tough times in our country if you live
It
in
is.
America. So,
It
yeah.
is.
Yes, for sure.
So, okay, no
Um
more.
I'm like, oh, politics, but
I
it's
hate
important.
politics right now. Oh gosh, I hate it so much right now. I'm
Well, it
just like,
sucks
I ain't
because
over
like
it.
it is important, like these things impact us and
They do.
um they are impacting the world too. Like, I mean, that's
100%.
the fact of the matter. That's what it is. So it sucks because, we're in a space where we want to not think about some of these things and
And here I'm reading a Hunger Games book.
but it's like in reality, like it's all connected, There's politics in our books.
Yep.
We just
What
have
I
to think
tell,
about these
I
things.
always, yeah, I always tell my kids because the two subjects they hate the most is politics and math. I was like, well, I hate to burst your bubble, but in every aspect of life is politics. There's politics and math
Yep.
on one way or another. And they're like, oh man. So,
Uh,
it's true.
I would I would like to be like Kristen later drinking pumpkin coffee during stream.
That would be great.
Sadly, I don't have any pumpkin. I don't even have like pumpkin creamer or anything. So like, because of this, it's not in season. But I just have like, well, lately I've just been doing caramel protein shakes in my coffee. So
I don't drink coffee. I drink soda or I in the morning and then I try and drink water for the rest of the
mm,
day
hmm
with some milk. I just don't like coffee.
oh, I love
It's the
coffee.
taste. I
I
know.
can't
A lot of
survive
people
without
do.
it.
I had it once, I
um,
was like, never.
Good morning, Beatrice. I had an early start today, that is for sure. I normally do not stream this early in the morning. Um, but I'm glad that you're here. Might be here with you for a little while. I'm doing one more sprint after this, and then, as I mentioned before, after this little chatty bit, we'll do the sprint, and there won't be another chatty bit. So, like, I'll probably just come on screen and be like, bye. And you'll have the outro, and you should just automatically be redirected to Tara's channel because Tara will start talking. Unstuffathon's a cool name for a readathon. Yeah, Becky from Bex Reads came up with it, so kudos to her. Also, I just woke up. I'm going to be doing my morning routine before figuring out what to do for the day. I also did that okay. This is my entire to-do list for today. A whole page of shit.
Yep.
Reach 56% of the Night Swim by Megan Golden. How is it, Kristen? Also, we did need to do our buddy read of The 13th Child. Gave up on reading, so I might go back to bed. That's a vibe, honestly. 35%. Gonna have peanut butter toast. Read 10 pages during that sprint. Great job, Dee. Yeah, definitely quit that one. Yes, you guys have probably heard me for the last couple months talking about how miserable I am, so I feel like I'm annoying people with how miserable I am. Warda says The Night Swim is such a good book. Hope you're enjoying it. It's a decent book. The audio is as well. Due to the topic, I took a break from it for a couple weeks though. Audiobook and get it. The topic is heavy. Okay. I know nothing about it. I have a master's in elementary education. I don't use it. My state is 50th in the US for education for a reason, and it's only going to get worse now. Yeah, the state that I grew up in, North Carolina, I'm pretty sure is down there too. So, yeah. I'll be very kind to my evaluator. Yes, give them some grace. Hello, Wild Wonder. Any plans for jumble words? No plans this morning, but tomorrow, yes, we can do jumble words. Politics ended a decade-long friendship. I had fun times. Yeah, it's not fun times, actually. Starbucks now has an iced cherry chai, and it's a need.
That
I
does sound
saw
very good.
I saw their new spring drinks actually, and I was not as adventurous and wanting to try them because one of them's like a lavender coffee of some sort. I don't even know what it was called, but I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I immediately ordered the thing I always order.
Yeah, once in a while I'll get adventurous and then I feel like I regret it and go back to my usual.
Hmm. Good morning, Jen. What are you up to today? Kristen, that sounds yummy. See, I'm not a cherry person. That's why I was like, oh, it doesn't sound yummy. It looks pretty, but I don't like cherry. The topic is essay podcast type format. Ah, okay. Yes, be protect your mental health. The struggle with me is not going into therapy and being like, I'm fine, no reason why I'm here. How are you doing though?
Yeah, I think once you get the right therapist, it really like you could have the most educated therapist who everybody raves about and could be totally wrong for you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I think last week I said something on stream because I had therapy no, maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I don't know. But I was like, yeah, I went in talking about my job stress and came out talking about my childhood issues of like why I didn't feel like I was worth my parents' time or something. I was like, only only a good therapist can do that. Like,
yeah,
when I first started working with my therapist, probably like 11 years at this point, and I don't go every single week. Like, I check in with her every, when I have issues come up. But when I first started with her, I was in grad school, and I mentioned earlier, like, the reason I sought her out was because my program, like, she actually, like, kind of worked associated with my school and, like, understood how my school worked and was able to just pick up from where I was at. I was like, I don't need you to teach me therapy skills. Like, I'm already in school learning how to become a therapist. Like, I don't need you to do that. I need you to like come in on like session 8, not session 1. And since then, like that's how it's worked out.
so I will say this. I had an abusive I was in a very it was domestic violence
Hmm.
relationship. I had to get out with both of my children, and both of my
Hmm.
children have special needs. I try to go to therapy because I'm a big proponent of therapy. I think if you need it, you should 100% it should be there.
Mm-hmm.
And the therapist I went to see, it was like I saw her 2 times. The first time was to get to know you. The second time, she said, "Whatever you say, remember I'm a mandated reporter, and if you say
Mm-hmm.
anything, I will tell." I got up and walked out.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, and I never went back to therapy.
Yeah, it's tough because like yes, it is something that we have to disclose to people, like that if you tell us certain things, we do have to report it.
And I
And
understand that.
yeah, and it's not like because we don't care about you, it's because we do. Like we want to make sure that we're keeping people safe. And it's not ultimately up to us to decide like if something comes out of it. It's ultimately up to like CPS, you know.
No, it was, because, I was trying to explain exactly what happened,
Mhm.
and I don't know if she didn't realize that he was in another state at that point or
Mm,
what,
mhm.
but that just freaked me out enough that I was like, "Nope, I'm
Yeah.
done."
Yeah.
Because I would never keep I am a I'm a so my mentality is I'm a big girl, I can take whatever, like, I'm fine, and generally that's true, but you don't hurt people, you don't hurt children, you don't hurt the elderly, you don't hurt the people who have disabilities.
Mhm.
They can't generally take care of themselves or fend for themselves, and that's never okay. So if we have a line, that's my line.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly, Kristen.
Mm. Yes.
So, I mean, it is what it is, and that's why I'm saying she wasn't right for me because she didn't give me time to actually say anything to explain
I
where
see,
the
yeah.
situation was up at that moment.
Yeah. And I think sometimes people will say that up front so that you know, like, hey, if you say something, I have to report it. That way, it's not like I don't know how to describe it. It's like almost like a deterrent for if you have something you're gonna say, you might want to be careful. At the same time, I can see that it can be like not helpful because you're not able to get things off freely, like
Yep,
get things off your chest freely, right? So,
yep.
yeah.
But no, and I understand that. Like, I'm a mandated reporter, and
Mhm.
I was at that time as well. So I understood where she was coming from. I understood that, but it was the way it was delivered.
Yeah.
And that's where, because I was like, if you're going to talk to me like that before I even have a chance to even communicate why I'm here,
Mhm.
then that's an issue.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely like a fine
There's a fine
um
line.
it's an art of how you bring it up.
Yes, yes, it is. And it should be
So,
brought up so they know, but
mhm. Yeah. Okay, so oh, we have Becky here. Hello, Becky.
Oh my god, I'm
Becky,
back. Hi.
did you
Hello.
get your nap in?
I must have because I was like, holy shit, what time is it?
That's funny.
How
So are
was
you
your
feeling
live?
How's I was awake.
I'm happy about that.
I haven't
oh no, Becky's lagging for me, but it doesn't look like she's with Monica.
I haven't left my
My
bed.
stream does this every once in a while where I add someone, then it's like, oh nope, we're not gonna work. Like right now, Becky's moving in real slow motion for me.
Hold on, I'll go out and come back in.
We were talking about therapy and stuff.
Welcome to our very cheerful conversation.
On a
I
Sunday
don't
morning.
Yeah, I don't think it's Becky's channel or Becky's situation that's doing it. I think it's mine.
Any better?
Hey, Becky.
Is that better?
Yes and no. You're frozen for me, but you're working on my stream.
No.
It's okay. So I was just saying that at the last chatty bit, I'm going to do the sprint to the top of the hour and then end the stream and then go to Tara's channel because she'll just start talking too.
Oh, okay. I got you all fancy.
Cool. All right, we're gonna do. I might have to adjust some things.
So I finished Nettle and Bone, Becky.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
I like the writing. I like the characters. I gave it 4 stars. It's not really my favorite from her. It was a little too cozy, I think.
Ah, okay.
Oh, wait.
Well, at least you finished it. You got a book up.
Okay,
Yay.
I think that's
Yeah.
top of the
I've
hour.
2 books.
Nice.
I finished the Julia Wolf one, and then I went into that one. Now I was going to read Tame the Heart by Ava Hunter because I have it off my library app. But then I switched over to Sunrise on the Reaping
Yeah.
because that's also on that's on my Libby app, and 9 people are waiting for that. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back to it. I don't like the narrator; he's too chipper. So
Maybe it'll make it sadder when he dies.
well, he doesn't die. Everybody else does.
No, that's right. God, see, I'm so tired.
I didn't forget, Kristen. You'll have to tell Katie later because she might have forgotten. Okay, I'm gonna get us to the top of the hour and then we'll see you on Tara's channel.
All right, sounds good.
Happy sprinting.